For a lot of people, but also not for a lot of people equally, the influencer style beauty room setup is a dream goal, right? Backlit IKEA shelving units, floor to ceiling, packed with makeup and beauty products, more than you can ever imagine, PR style boxes on display, pull out drawers full of foundations in every shade. And for some people, that imagery kind of strikes like, oh, what's the world coming to kind of feeling, right? For me, I'm in the middle. I love owning things. I'll be real, I love owning things, but I donate a lot and give away a lot because I don't like being overcrowded. I did have those IKEA shelves for a while, and I would look at it a few times a day and honestly get slightly embarrassed, and I felt unorganized, right? So I downsize and I have everything closed away cabinets, so it's tidy, there's doors, you can't see it. I don't feel overwhelmed. But this is a trend we've been exposed to when it comes to makeup since maybe a little after beauty influencers started their collections. In the beginning times of beauty influencers, they were getting sent hundreds of products, right? Where do you keep them all? IKEA shelves. Then we started to get beauty room tours and experiencing these walls of makeup and thinking, I want that too. Imagine having that much makeup. Sorry about the glitter on my chin, by the way. But with the slow downfall / calming of the beauty YouTube community, the need to like over purchase or the need to have every product has kind of gone with that, or moved platform, we should say. But now even over on TikTok, the underconsumption core trend has become extremely popular. Underconsumption core basically explains itself, but what is it, right? The underconsumption core trend is pretty much how it sounds. People trying to underconsume, an emphasis on trying, because some people are kind of missing the mark. The whole thing reminds me of the YouTube Project Pan trend or challenge that people would do on YouTube. They have done it for many years. Project Pan is a very simple concept where you would use a product until it's finished. Pan coming from hitting pan on a product, meaning you use the product until you hit a metal pan and it's visible, and continue to use it until it's empty, although other products that don't have a metal pan were included in the challenge. Also, for example, you can kind of just see the pan coming through this powder here, Project Pan. But it didn't actually have to have a physical pan to be part of the challenge. Here's why underconsumption core is kind of becoming a little bit popular. It's going against the overconsumption of influencers and online shopping platforms like TikTok Shop, for example. People are kind of tired of being sold to. I think some people like this trend and challenge because it's a good choice. I kind of want to talk about it as a kind of rebellion, right? A protest almost against the structure, the way we have been told to consume makeup, the way we purchase makeup by social media, and now by social media platforms. I think once you get over the thought of how exciting it must feel to receive free makeup or loads of makeup, or how exciting a new makeup purchase is, both from an influencer and consumer point of view, we kind of see the negatives that come along with it. The excessive packaging and the general, what do we do with all this stuff comes into question. Being able to go against the grain and not purchase every viral makeup product that is popular for a week and being able to take control of that is a great thing. And listen, I feel it when I'm on TikTok specifically. I have never seen so many ads in my life on a social media platform, right? In the amount of time I'm on TikTok scrolling through, from the time I've joined the platform, I think I've been sold to more times than I've ever experienced since the time I've started using YouTube. Like, not even joking. Every other video on TikTok is an ad by a company targeted at me from the beauty industry, or an influencer selling me something from TikTok Shop, or a brand using an awful UGC content creator to sell me something. It's insane. And it does make you want to never buy anything ever again in defiance. So are people becoming so tired of being sold to that they are like, fuck it, no one's having my money? Okay, so I personally like the trend, or for some people, the lifestyle change of underconsumption is like taking back control of your purchase choices. However, I did mention that it seems like a lot of people aren't really under-consuming. They're doing a number of things that are just normal and also not. Right? Let's start with this. The amount of products we see people consume online, although we see vast amounts of makeup and hauls, that isn't normal. It's not normal to have a whole room for your makeup, a whole cabinet for your makeup. It's not necessarily bad. It's just not normal. I know this room I'm sitting in right now is not normal. Think about your makeup collection before social media, right? What was your makeup in? A makeup bag, a drawer, maybe one shelf, an old shoebox. Makeup artists, you've had a kit and probably more makeup in that kit than you had for yourself. Even myself, I'm very fortunate and in a rare position that I create makeup videos full time. So when I started makeup, I had my pro kit and that was it. I didn't wear makeup for myself. I didn't want to. Then I started doing things like drawing in my eyebrows. And so I had a few eyebrow pencils floating around in a drawer, then concealer, etc. And then I started doing YouTube. So I had a free plastic drawer thing, really wobbly and really poorly put together by me, that I kept some bits in that I purchased, and I divided those bits up using old boxes that products came in, or perhaps I ordered something from Amazon and I kept it in that. Then I outgrew that with all my makeup when I started to become more of a full-time YouTuber. And now, well, I can show you. I will show you my makeup storage situation. I can't believe I'm going to show you this while it's so untidy, but this is, oh my God. So this is behind me. I have in here all my makeup. These are all lip things. Then I have like sponges and stuff. And then I have like, I haven't sorted this out. Oh my God, me trying to explain all the mess away. I've only just kind of moved everything around, so I'm still a bit of dust, still working on it, but that's pretty much the bulk of my makeup. And behind my filming area, this is where I keep all my cleaning things, and this is some of my other stuff. So this is usually like PR or stuff I want to talk about. Then, for those of you who didn't see my lip video, this is where I keep all my... oh my God, so embarrassing. No, I love it. All my lip things, a lot of Korean beauty, Chinese beauty, Japanese beauty is in these 4 sections. Below are all my palettes, including my face palettes. And then I have, right at the bottom here, oh yeah, there's lights underneath. They should censor themselves. Here is hair, skincare, refills of stuff. What else is in there? Tanning, like miscellaneous things that aren't makeup basically, but still beauty related. This is all my personal skincare, and then we have nails and some little bits at the bottom there. A room spray because it's really nice, and these are all contact lenses. That all sits behind my setup here. This is my setup for anyone who's interested. I have 2 LED lights, a big LED light, camera for YouTube, camera that goes sideways for Reels and TikToks, and then my monitor is there too. That's why sometimes you see me looking that way a lot, or that's why sometimes you'll see me looking like here, because this is like my control, my remote control for the camera and for the monitor. So you just saw my lip collection, and I cringe at it and I love it at the same time. I did a whole video on it, which was a bit like, oh, you know, I love it, but I know that's not normal. I'll link that video down below as well. One thing I've seen people doing is confusing underconsumption with still using products that have perhaps expired. And I'm talking 2-year-old concealers and foundations, old mascaras.
Your products are meant to last you years. I have a theory where I'm only allowed to buy new products when I finish the ones I currently have, and I want to take you through all of these products that I've had for over 2 years that I'm still using. So I'm going to start out with these 3 foundations. I have had these for over 2 years and they're just about to run out, which means I can buy them again. And I'm decided that I'm going to pick this one out of the 3. And my other foundation that I still use, I've literally had this for 2 years. I still have some left, but when that runs out, I'm going to get the Estee Lauder Double Wear, I think is what it's called. My blush. I have had this blush for 2 years. So it's time to get a new blush. If you have any blush recommendations, let me know. I do like the cream, so we'll see. My bronzer. I have had this bronzer maybe 5 years, and when it's done, I will cry. Julep. This is the best bronzer ever. I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do when this is gone. I use this every day and it's lasted me, I think, 4 years. Another product that I've had, this is actually insane and I might get judged for this. I've had this for 8 years. I think I actually probably should maybe throw it out, but I'm not going to because it does the job and it's fine. Perfumes, I've had these perfumes. These are meant to last and they do. YSL Libre and Daisy Marc Jacobs. So I'm not allowed to buy another perfume until I finish one of these, and then I have to decide if I want to try something new or keep using these perfumes. This is actually, I think, a big controversial topic. This is going on like over double digits. We'll just say that. So your products are meant to last. You don't need to buy new products all the time. I even have this lip gloss I've had for 2 years. I'm not allowed to buy a new lip gloss until I finish it because your products are meant to last and you can save so much money just not buying new products all the time and using what you have, and that's on underconsumption.
I do believe that there are some things you can use past expiry, right? Powders mainly, keep them sanitized, but there's some things you shouldn't risk at the health of your eyes and your skin and your lips, for example. Would it be absolutely ideal if your foundation expired when you were finished with it, or your mascara didn't dry up after 3 months? Yes, but you do need to replace products when they expire. Under-consuming, in my mind, is being mindful of how you're consuming and not indulging in purchasing things you don't need, right? It doesn't mean you can't consume. If you've used a product up until the point where it's expired and you're almost finished that product, in my mind, you've used that product to its fullest, the way it was meant to be used. Under-consuming doesn't mean refusal to replace that expired mascara that you most definitely shouldn't be putting near your eyes. Putting expired makeup on your face isn't good. You can have a reaction or do something nasty to your eyes. This trend is meant to be mindful, right? Mindful of being a consumer. Putting your skin's health at risk isn't mindful. Plus, you're going to have to buy something then to calm down whatever you've done to your skin, to repair your skin, so you're consuming something that perhaps you wouldn't have had to consume in the first place. The whole situation could have been avoided. I also noticed in people's content of under-consuming, a lot of those powders that are kind of hardened on top due to things like oils, things getting into the pan, and people are like, I've had this for 5 years. You've had it for 5 years because it's not going down, because it's so solid with your skin oils. You need to remove that top layer, just for your information. That's also another thing underconsumption doesn't mean. It doesn't mean you don't have to look after or take pride in your products or your belongings, right? Underconsumption doesn't mean you can't enjoy owning products. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy the products that you have and respect the products you have, make a show out of the products that you have. It just means you're going to use those to the fullest. Now, you'll have to let me know what you think about this, because I kept seeing people's underconsumption core routines, and a lot of them featured luxury makeup. Is luxury anything? An unnecessary purchase? Is purchasing luxury overconsumption? In my mind, I'm thinking you can buy luxury products that are just as good as drugstore products. So is an unnecessary purchase in terms of quality overconsumption? If we're going like really against the patriarchy, I don't know what that means. Should we not be buying luxury products? Should we say, you know what, we actually don't want to overconsume by spending too much money on products that we can actually buy for a lesser value that does the same thing pretty much? I think we can probably end this by asking ourselves, what is overconsuming to you? And should your version of what you consider an appropriate amount of consumption be everyone else's? Because in my mind, yes, I have a lot of things, but I'm going to use them, even past expiry. Don't do that. And is over-purchasing something that we love overconsumption? Is over-purchasing something to not necessarily use it, but to look at it and hold onto it forever, like a collection over consumption. I would love to know your opinions down below in the description box. Let me know your thoughts on this because it's a bit of a... Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.